Hi everyone, I hope that you're all having a good day and you had a great weekend. Today I'm going to be using the Energy Oracle cards to do your reading for the week ahead. Okay, so I just want to remind you all about the 6th. The 6th is the energy session for the new moon, so if you haven't yet and you would like to book, if that's something that you're interested in, then please go ahead and click the link. I'm going to leave it below in the description. And yeah, let's see what comes up for today. I'm going to ask, as I usually do, what is most important for us to know right now, because, you know, what better question could we possibly ask Spirit when we don't know where we're going ourselves? If you're feeling a little bit mixed up, if communication is taking a bit of strain, then yeah, it's always best to ask what you should be doing, what we should be focusing on, what is most important for us to know right now. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. Okay, so what is most important for us to know right now, please? One card at a time. This is exactly how I would pull a card for your personal readings. Okay, today we need to have 2. So I don't pick a card out of the deck of cards, as you would probably imagine I do, unless you are a seasoned client here. But I let them pop out usually one by one. But these 2 kind of popped out exactly together. So I do feel like they are relevant for today. Okay. Archangel Gabriel, 5th chakra. I've just seen something about the throat chakra like a couple of minutes ago. This is very interesting. Hostilities. I think that's definitely being felt around at the moment. I will show the cards up close in a little while. I just want to see, is there another card, please? What else is most important for us to know right now for this week ahead? And there it is. Journey. I'd like to pick one more card. Is there another card, please? One more card for the week ahead. I actually want to know more about this, please. Healer of the Ages. Okay, very interesting. So, the first energies that I pick up on, I feel like there's kind of 2 separate subjects being brought up here for the week ahead. So the first one we have here is Archangel Gabriel. Okay, if you know anything about Archangel Gabriel, you'll know that he is the messenger angel. Even if you don't believe in angelic energy as such, there are different consciousnesses around us all the time. Okay, so if we use the archetypes of the angels, for instance, then we would have Archangel Gabriel being the messenger, Archangel Raphael being the one that brings in healing for broken hearts, relationships, all of these kind of things, and obviously physical healing as well. Then you have Archangel Michael, for instance, and he's about strength and he's about power and protection. But there are archetypes. So if you are not, believing in angels and all of these kind of things, this is saying there is a universal energy around you right now that either has a message or is pertinent in your life. So this is about your 5th chakra, your throat chakra. Can you see there how his throat is glowing, his throat chakra? Our throat chakras, or your throat energy center, okay, the energy around your throat area is what's being focused on right now. And this really is a time when we utilize this quite a bit. And I think a lot of us are in a stage where we are learning to speak up for ourselves, or we sometimes feel a little bit suppressed and we feel like we want to speak up, but we're biting our tongues a bit. All right, when the throat chakra is blocked, then we often find that we cannot speak our truth because it is your conduit for truth. We feel like we can't speak up, we can't say what we want to say. And sometimes this can manifest in physical ways, like things like pharyngitis, laryngitis, a sore throat, just losing your voice in general because you actually feel like you don't have a voice sometimes. Maybe it's because we're being shouted down. Maybe it's because we're in a relationship where it is potentially abusive, whatever the case is. Okay, but this is maybe something that you just need to say out loud to yourself or to someone else because you're feeling like you are a bit oppressed or feeling repressed. So it's very necessary at that point that you say what you need to say. All right. And this hostilities comes up with this as well. I do feel like these two are kind of linked together. And the hostilities card comes up because we are feeling these at the moment. We're feeling them as a collective, all right, with a lot of the political unrest and all of the things that are going on right now. And you could be feeling it in and around your home base, all right, maybe with friends and family. There's a bit of hostility, a bit of aggravation. Maybe you want to say something that you can't say, or you're on the verge of saying it and you're scared to say it because you're afraid of this, all right? So this is saying that this is around you right now. And when this is happening, I do feel that we need to be really mindful and we need to think things through before we say things. All right, before we say something hurtful or demeaning to somebody else, it might be very tempting to do so because we're very frustrated, especially if we don't say what we need to say in real time. Okay, it's something I can be guilty of as well myself. Sometimes we don't express ourselves in real time, and when that happens, we find ourselves not expressing ourselves at all until eventually we're like a pressure cooker and we get to a point where something's got to give and we explode. And then we say things without thinking. And we might hurt somebody's feelings or say something that, is not necessary. That old saying about before you say something, ask yourself, is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? So these are the kind of things we need to look at. Why are we having these hostilities? What is the root of these hostilities? Can we use an amicable way in which to deal with it? Is it worth the fight? Ask yourself these kinds of questions. Think about it thoroughly. All right, then we have the journey. I feel like this is a literal journey for a lot of people, but at the same time, I feel as if it's also a spiritual journey or you know, a metaphorical journey for certain people. So I feel like this might be for many of you that are on, for instance, your spiritual path, that you are trying to make choices, different choices, or move in a different direction. And this is saying it's time for you to do this. All right, maybe you are moving in a direction that you never thought you would, that your family doesn't approve of, whatever the case is, but you are being more true to yourself. I feel like you are opening some kind of a portal, so to speak, to something new, to something different. Maybe that is the fact that you're speaking up for yourself or making a different choice than what you would have in the past, or finally choosing for you, for yourself, for your journey. All of these things are vitally important. Okay, so yes, maybe even hostility comes up from this because when you are walking your own path and when you're being true to yourself, it's a very difficult and sometimes a very lonely path to walk. To be true to yourself, to walk your spiritual path, to know that you need to follow what your soul wants to do, not just what society wants you to do, or your parents want you to do, or your peers want you to do. All right, to be completely honest with yourself and have that sincerity, that is a difficult thing to do. But I feel as if these choices that are going to be made now are going to be very important and are going to be very healing. And the healer of the ages that comes in here, there are so many healers that could potentially be this person. This could be an archetype for Archangel Raphael, like I mentioned earlier. With the healing, this could be Jesus Christ. This could be Dian Secht, who was a healer who healed through incantations and words. He's in the Celtic mythology. So it doesn't matter. Again, it's an archetype. Okay, so it's saying here there is this healing energy. And when I see healing of the ages, I feel like some people are maybe working on, old family karmic patterns and things that they are breaking that has been going on for eons, all right? Maybe previous lifetimes, maybe generations, whatever it is. But I feel like this is really important. The fact that you are making a different choice may not be very popular, but your life's not a popularity contest, okay? It may not be very popular, but it is very important. And this is a validation that you're doing the right thing. Okay, so the right thing's not always the easy thing, but I feel as if many of you are making a different choice, maybe having to go it alone, but this is going to open up so many things for you. It's going to bring things back into balance. Okay. All right, very interesting cards for the week ahead. I hope that this speaks to you, and I hope that you all have a beautiful week. I'll chat to you again soon. I will be popping in during the week on the Telegram channel to give you a card of the day or something or other, and also a reminder for anyone else, or that link to the energy sessions if any of you are still wanting to book. We've got a few days left. All right, so please take care. Have a lovely week, and I'll chat to you again soon. Bye for now.